Hello, I'm here today to speak with you about the most important technique, I would say along with metaphors, that Erickson developed. Now, conversational trance I use and Betty Alice uses 110% of the time. And in this course, from the moment we start the course, you will be experiencing conversational trance. Everything I say in that course, every comment, every move is part of learning conversational trance. Conversational trance is often referred to as naturalistic hypnosis because it's created in the instant with the client. It's in that immediate interaction, and it's enhancing some aspect of the conversation that you're having. It's not something you think about and, 10 minutes in this conversation I'm going to add. It's in the moment. So that's why this advanced course is very important, because you'll learn and practice the skill sets necessary for you to do it immediately in the conversation. When you are doing this with the client in that moment, co-creating, the client can really utilize everything that you're saying, use their own resources without a formal induction. I use formal induction 30 to 40% of the time, more when I'm teaching level 1 and 2 so that you really understand formal induction, but I don't use it that much. In fact, the last 10 years of Milton Erickson's life, he taught and worked with all his clients only with conversational trance, because he felt that this brought the unconscious mind and more of the conscious mind, and that the client was more active than they are in a formal trance. And he felt toward the end of his life that this was the most powerful tool that he developed. It's important, and you will practice learning the intention and the power of how you use your speech. You'll look into the patient's eyes while you're talking to them. There's a way of hearing and listening that allows you to flow back and forth in what seems to be, if we were looking from the outside, a normal everyday conversation. I know with my son, I would be using conversational trance to give him opportunities. You don't give options and opportunities if you're trying to apply solutions or rework the problem for the client. But you're indirectly opening up their awareness in conversational trance. And my son would say to me, while we were having a normal conversation, "I know what you're doing." That was good, because I'd say, "Yes, you know what I'm doing, and it's still working," and we would laugh and continue the conversation. So there is a more active awareness on the part of the client that you're communicating with them on a very deep level. The most important thing to remember is that Erickson said, it is not the power of your words. Hypnosis doesn't do anything but provide the right environment for the client to hear, to focus, to absorb. And conversational trance really embodies all of those things. The person's having the experience, you are focusing them in your responses, and they are in a somewhat state of concentration or absorbing in the interaction a lot more than in a normal, non-Ericksonian conversation. You create new possibilities, but you don't look for solutions. And all of this will be explored and experienced in the training. The present behavior of the client is used in a positive way. You're not looking at the client's present behavior and saying, "Oh, look, they're having anxiety, we should work with that." But you're using what they're saying, what their body language is telling you, what that eye contact is helping you to perceive, what that relational field with an individual or a group, and we'll look at how you use conversational trance in a group, which will start the moment you enter that advanced training. You use all of that to engage the client in a conversation that gives them new ways of perceiving, moving them from a perception to a perspective in their life. And this can be done in conversational trance, now not just in a clinical setting, but when you talk in front of any group. Do you want to be effective? Do you want them to consider your message? Do you want people to really listen to what you're saying instead of looking down at their iPhones and WhatsApping because they're not focusing their attention, they're not absorbed, and they're not having the experience with you? So in this advanced training, which I highly recommend because I think it's one of the most important techniques you'll ever learn, that was really promoted and developed by Milton Erickson, so that you can be more effective in every area of your life. We can call it conversational trance, we can call it naturalistic trance. You will feel and learn how to relate to the synergy of the person you're talking to and use that energy or synergy to carry your words into their unconscious, while their conscious mind is more actively engaged with you. So they know more of what you're doing, but there's no resistance because it's just a normal conversation with one intention: to help them become all they can become. So join me in this most important advanced training, conversational trance.